Yes, we are live. Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome to episode number 21 of Zero Point Healing Show. And in this video, we are going to discuss about how to overcome self-limiting beliefs. And we are going to use RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy today, and how RTT can actually help us overcome these self limiting beliefs. Now, when we think about self limiting beliefs, for example, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of achieving success, I'm all these self sabotage that keeps repeating in our mind. And those are the ones which is actually pulling us back from achieving what it is that we want to achieve in our lives. And that's what this show is going to be. And I have with me Hayet, who is advanced RTT therapist, and she is a clinical hypnotherapist, and she is certified in multiple other modalities as well. So it's my true pleasure having her in my show today. But before I go to her, just a short intro about me. I'm Vishnupriya. I am certified in RTT and in many other modalities as well. And Zero Point Healing is a platform that I've put together for healers and therapists. And if you are a healer or a therapist yourself, I welcome you to Zero Point Healing. Please do register at zeropointhealing.com. And in the show, I bring in healers and therapists who are transforming this world with their gifts. And if you're interested in doing this interview show with me, please do message me for that as well. With that being covered, I'm now moving on to Hayat. Thank you so much, Hayat, for coming to my show today. And tell us about yourself, your journey to becoming this hypnotherapist that you are.
Thank you. And well, my healing journey started back in 2014. I was having kind of like some issues, and then I decided to go to this meditation class that led me to discover the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival here in London that happens once a year, where I actually signed up for this intuitive energy healing workshop, which I thought brilliant. This lady's going to heal me and she's going to help me and everything. It was run by the School of Intuitive Healing, but unfortunately, she didn't do that. She just divided us into pairs and gave us instructions and asked us to work on each other. To my surprise, I was able to see quite a lot of things on this person that I've never met before. And then as we were discussing things later on, then the actual lady who was the workshop leader, she said to us, if you see darkness, that means it's cancer. So, and I actually saw this dark kind of like shadow in her spine, but I wasn't going to say you have cancer because, you know, it's not something that, so she started talking and explaining. And then later on she said to me, I'm recovering from spinal cancer. I was like, wow, I actually can do this, you know, so put my name down, got the newsletter, and then before I know it, I signed up for a 2-year course in London. So I was going to London to learn how to become an intuitive energy healer, which was amazing. And then as I was doing that, I discovered theta healing, I discovered crystals, I discovered many, many other things, which I thought, this makes more sense for me to actually learn all of this because that come handy at one, and they do actually. So, and then after 2 years, I became an accredited because you have to go through this panel. People, like 2 members will see the energy going through you and another member will feel the energy kind of like received by them. And then you qualify, you become a member of the British Alliance of Healing Association, so I can work with doctors, hospitals, and all that. So I opened my practice thinking, wow, you know, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to help people and all of that. But unfortunately, people don't understand what they can't see. And it makes them really scared. So I had to look for ways to actually make people understand more about holistically. And then I came across Marissa on YouTube. And then I remembered seeing her many, many years back on a program called This Morning that we have here in England. And she helped this lady overcome her eating habits and a lot of other things, which was amazing. And she did that in one session. So I carried on investigating Marissa, and then before I know it, I was like, wow, this will make sense to, you know, kind of like people can be included in their own feelings. So I did a live 12 days RTT course in person with Marissa, which was amazing. It was great. You know, you get to work and you get to see Marissa and you get to learn so much from her directly. And then that was it. That was my RTT journey that now I use as kind of like the umbrella for everything else I do.
Yes, that is wonderful. And let's talk about the topic for today, which is self-limiting beliefs. So when let's consider maybe your first RTT session. What do you think are these self-limiting beliefs and how is it affecting a person in their life?
Well, put it this way, your subconscious mind is like ruling your life, and you act without realizing. Like 95% of the subconscious mind is what you act from day to day. Is like everything that you've learned from your childhood, from literally even since you were in the womb, and you're just sponging and picking up different ideas, different habits, and you're just listening, because to the age of about 7 or 8, you're living a theta kind of like state as a child. So you're not really aware, but you're just learning and copying. And you wouldn't allow a child to drive a car. So why are we still allowing these, what ourselves as the really children within that understood things differently and made wrong assumptions toward things that are now running our lives? So a limiting belief is like, for example, I have this client that she was about 5 years old and her mom and dad got divorced, and her dad would give her £5 only for kind of like, you know, to live on. And her mom would say, that's what you're worth, that's what you're worth. And this lady is very successful now. And I actually met her in the Best You Expo, because I had a table there and she was one of the speakers, and we bumped into each other in the canteen and we started talking. And she came for a session. To her surprise, she went right back, because she would have this money, but she can't hold on to it. So to her surprise, that was the biggest thing. She's not worthy. She was only worth £5, because that's what she kept hearing all the time. So this is a limiting belief that she got to get rid of. And she's actually on my website as one of the testimonials. And she explains how literally within a few days, a really, really amazing lump sum that she was waiting for just arrived, and other things. So this is one of the limiting beliefs. Another lady, she was 2 and she was playing on her own in the living room, and she was feeling unloved. And then we just asked her, okay, what's happening? Where's your mom? Where's your dad? And she went to the kitchen. My mom is making dinner for me. And we got to explain to her, well, you're not, your mom loves you. If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be making food for you. So for her, but she was playing her own, nobody was around, she felt nobody loves me, I'm here on my own. So these what limiting beliefs are really, and we get to explore them, we get to get rid of them and put new beliefs, new habits. It's like really planting a new seeds of positiveness and what you want to know and what you want to hear about yourself and how you want to live your life.
That's amazing. So for me, I was like, I think there was this video of Dr. Bruce Lipton, which said about, everything that's happening before the age of 7. We are all in this theta brainwave state where we are absorbing all of that. Every time, as you were saying, every time when our parents aren't around and we are alone, we immediately take in this assumption that I'm not loved, I'm not good enough, and people don't love me. And of course, when we start hearing those kinds of words from our parents, that that's what you are worth, that just gets, cemented in our subconscious mind, which just keeps repeating itself as a pattern in our life. That's amazing. So tell us how about RTT and what a structure of the session would look like. How long is it? And tell us the components of it. How does it actually help a person overcome their limiting beliefs and rewrites the programs in the subconscious mind?
Well, an RTT session is like 90 minutes, but before I get to that, Marissa explains the rules of the mind, which is very beautifully. There are quite a few rules, but one of them, which is very common, is the mind does exactly what it thinks you want it to do. So you kind of like, for example, were a child and you decide, your teacher asked you to speak or spell something and you couldn't, and everybody laughed at you. So you kind of like automatically go in and you decide every time you're going to speak, people are going to reject you, they're going to make fun of you. So even though as an adult you're a CEO or whatever, you still have that fear of speaking to people because your mind says, you're not doing that again. You're not going to be humiliated. You're not going to be rejected. So it creates kind of like a butterfly feeling in your tummy or dry throat or whatever, and it stops you from doing it. Or even like if you work so hard and you say, you know what, I want to have a day off. I want to have a day off. Monday comes, you have the flu. That's a day off. You might say, well, relax, rest. Well, in reality, that's not what you had in mind. I just want to rest normally. So these are what the rules of the mind. This is why the mind, and the mind is kind of like, it's got two jobs. It will listen to you and your words, and it also keeps you alive. So it doesn't matter what it is. To its best interest is it will do everything to keep you alive and keep you safe. Going back to an RTT, so when a client contacts me, I will send them a questionnaire, then we'll make a discovery call. And that discovery call is really for me to explain to them the process as well as find out if we're a fit and I can help them. Because I found that some people, even though they pay for their sessions and all of that, they're not in the correct frame of mind to be helped. And so they still want to hold on to that victim kind of like mode, or they want to live in a victim state and all of that. And also really get to explain them how an RTT therapist will draw things from them, the client, and how I get them to work on themselves. So I'll just be there using the tools that I got from Marissa, of course, and really guide them through it. And there are so many amazing tools that we use for RTT, in which at the same time I use my own kind of like intuition, which I developed through Theta, and I use my energy healing modalities, kind of like techniques, not kind of like separately, but we have like the healing vortex and RTT, so it's all energy. And when I get to a client and I see, for example, they have some things are still in their heart, I get to use the healing vortex, but I kind of like get to also help them really get rid of that feeling of tightness, rejection, whatever, for good. So the word I hear every single time after a session, I feel liberated. Wow, I feel light. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, one of my clients even said to me, I know I'm paying for this, but this is priceless. This is exactly people after an RTT session and how they feel. It is an amazing, amazing way to actually get rid of the limited belief and empower yourself. And I speak for myself because when I had RTT sessions during the course and also afterwards, because we carry on kind of like developing ourselves, I went back to when I was 12 years old, and this 12-year-old child of me was, my parents immigrated to Canada, and I didn't speak the language. And it was like literally so vivid, the feeling, everything. I was in the playground and this girl came to me, and I don't know what I was trying to say, because it was true, I couldn't speak English then. It was like literally my first week. But I could speak French and I could speak Arabic, because that's where I'm originally from, Tunisia, and we speak French Arabic. And she couldn't speak those languages. But as a 12-year-old, I didn't understand that. I was like, I'm stupid. And she said to me, shut up, shut you up. And those words, when I was being regressed, came to me. And I felt so rejected, and I felt so unloved, and I really, really didn't feel good about myself. And the therapist that was guiding me, we got to pull those out, and I got to explain to that 12-year-old, you know what, you speak now English, you speak French, you speak Arabic, and you speak Persian, because I'm married to an Iranian. So I speak 4 languages, not just I don't speak English. So it was brilliant, and I got free from it. So it really is amazing. Oh yeah, an RTT session, obviously, let me go back. It's a 90-minute that I get to use the modality. And after I do kind of like the last bit, which I, do the transformation. And I do a transformation recording, and every therapist does that, which is like 20 minutes. Some people, they might want something longer, but that's something completely different. But it's 20 minutes where we get to put, before, when we're talking about during the session, we would ask them, how do you like to feel? What would you like instead? So they would tell us, and because in mind will only respond to your own words and your own thoughts, we get to use their own words back in a transformation recorder, but we get to put it in a very, very kind of like beautiful and in a very structured manner that their brain just easily accepts it while they're still in hypnosis. And they must listen to it for 21 days. And it is a must because it literally embeds all the good work that we do during an RTT session.
Yes, wow, that's amazing. So let me just reiterate. So to me, yes, the RTG has so many best elements from lots of different modalities, I should say. For example,
Yes.
it consists of NLP and hypnotherapy and regression and all of those amazing set of tools put together in one. So RTT has the initial regression where you're taking a client back to their childhood, seeing all those major limiting beliefs, where did they get it from? It might be from their mother, father, or all of these words that we have heard in our childhood. And then there is this amazing, as you were talking about, the healing vortex and upgrading the child and doing so much of transformation. And then finally there is the transformation recording as well, which you do and give it to the clients, and you hear for 21 days. So 21 days is how long it takes for the subconscious mind to rewire and to really embed, as she was saying, embed those positive words into your subconscious mind. And wow, yes, when I started doing RTT myself, I started off seeing Marissa appear in the YouTube videos where she's doing the self self hypnosis kind of sessions. Yes, and even that was transformative. And then immediately I started doing my RTT course, and from there I've done RTT sessions with multiple therapists for myself, for money blocks. And that is one thing we can discuss about as well. What are the different types of issues do you think usually that your clients come to you for?
Well, for me, I kind of like almost immediately was receiving people that wanted help with their confidence, self-esteem, and abundance. And it became something that I was doing literally every day. Clients were coming with these issues. And so I kind of like took that, well, this is a sign from the universe. I'll develop that as my niche, because it's nice to have something that you're really, really strong at. Because also, I have ways to actually help people because, I don't know, but I think a lot of people are aware of Christy Marie Sheldon, which I did many of her courses before as well. And I just want to add something. Before I did RTT, I was really, really terrified of being hypnotized. I thought, they're going to make me like quack like a chicken or do silly things. And I was like, no way I'll ever get hypnotized. And then because I had to do the RTT modality, so I had to go and really learn. But when I did it was nothing like, stage hypnotherapy or like that. All it is just literally your nerves will be so relaxed. Your subconscious mind will actually tell you everything that you want to do. You're still fully in control. The therapist will not make you do or say anything you don't really want to share. And also, if you feel like stopping the session, you can just say to her, you know what, I've had enough. So you are totally in control. And it's so amazing to have that power in itself, as a client. So I just wanted to share that.
Yes, and I think the stage hypnotherapy and the hypnosis that we are seeing in the television actually brings in all of those false beliefs in us as well, which says, something as you were mentioning, and good that you mentioned here, because
and also the other, can I just add, some people would say, oh, a session is better when it's face to face. It's not. It's both the same, really. Because now, and even before, we were doing RTT sessions on each other as therapists. And I even had clients. I had a doctor for Kuala Lumpur. I had people from Dubai. I had people from different like parts of England. And it was through Skype or Zoom or whatever. I had pharmacists. I had quite a lot of people in the kind of like health industry. And the doctor was all about her confidence. And later on, she describes how her nurses were talking back to her and communicating with herself. It's amazing. If she didn't feel that transformation, she wouldn't say that to me, because she's a doctor. She's kind of like against this kind of thing. I just wanted to share that it's absolutely amazing, even through virtual kind of like medias like now.
That's right. And thanks for sharing that. That is one of the major concerns and questions that we usually get when it comes to hypnotherapy. All right, so it's time for us to get started with the healing that you have for us. So she's going to do an amazing healing plus meditation for us. So let's get started.
Okay. So I want you to just relax and just let yourself be comfortable. So you can sit on a chair if you are, or lay down or whatever, but just really, really relax. Make sure that your feet and hands not what touching. And I want you to look up as high as you possibly can, and imagine that you're looking into the ceiling or anything similar to that, and keeping your eyeballs up. Just take a long, deep breath in from your nose and hold it a little and breathe out from your mouth. And take another long, deep breath in and hold it a little and breathe out from your mouth. And this final time, as you breathe in, keeping your eyeballs up, bring your eyelids all the way down and breathe out gently. And now you can feel the muscles and nerves around your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, drowsy. And just let your eyes relax and your eyeballs relax, and just relax. Allow a drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body. You don't need to make anything happen, just let it happen. Just let that drifting, floating feeling take over. You are now in a deeper level of mind, much deeper than before. And make a point of reference on how it feels. You feel so deeply relaxed, relaxed in body and relaxed in mind. And as you go deeper, you are able to understand something very powerful. You would have formed beliefs about money from society, from your family, from your friends. That would have stopped you from being able to receive more money. And I am now telling you, you no longer need to believe them ever again. They are no longer relevant or appropriate in your life. Those limiting beliefs are becoming so unfamiliar to you. And you now make a state of wealthy mind very familiar. As you drift into your inner awareness, right now, in this very moment, you are rewiring your neural pathways. You just fully surrender and fully commit to this recording, which you'll be listening to for 21 days, hopefully. As you go deeper, you are 1000% willing to turn the thermostat up on the levels of the money that comes to your life. You insist that your inner mind let you experience financial freedom. And I want you now to pull up a big screen in front of you, right in your mind's eye. And I want you to visualize yourself surrendering to money, to wealth, to abundance. Just see yourself surrounded by it. Just see yourself shopping in places that are very, very luxurious. Having those holidays that you always dreamt of. And in that, for men, having the car you always dreamt of. Even women, by the way. Your brilliant mind responds to the images and pictures you make and the words you tell it. And I want you now to picture and feel as you sing many times a day. You can even repeat now after me. It thrills me and delights me to wire my mind for wealth. Can repeat it now. It thrills me and delights me to wire my mind for wealth. I now believe that wealth is available to me. I am enough. I am worthy. And you now make that feeling so familiar to you. You allow all your cells to accept that. You make your body so aware of all those nice feelings, that wealthy feeling. You feel so wealthy. And as you look for ways every day to feel rich, you believe that you are already rich because you are rich in confidence. You're rich in self-esteem and courage. And you are rich in motivation. You are rich in love and compassion. And because life responds to the way you feel, and now you feel rich, like money is an object. From now, you link massive pleasure to surrendering to the law of abundance and facing your fears and doing what you know in your gut will bring you wealth and abundance. And as you listen to these words, they convince your mind, which in turn motivates you and conditions you to believe that you deserve wealth and that you are wealthy. You are now very open to acquiring wealth, and you are so open to all the opportunities available to make money. Every day, you look for different ways to make money, to be rich. And money is just energy. And gratitude is one of the things that you will use to bring that energy to you. So every day you look around you, even if it's just a cup of tea that you're drinking, you tell the universe, I'm so grateful for this. I feel wealthy. I have my health. I'm alive. And I'm enjoying this cup of tea. And you take the time to really taste that cup of tea. So now, when you're ready, feeling wealthy, feeling worthy, feeling deserving, feeling enough, just wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes, fill up your lungs, and take a long, deep breath.
That was amazing. Wow. And the wealth topic was totally unexpected. And that's amazing.
I thought it would be healing. So what are we looking to heal at the moment? With this, it's kind of like not so certain outside, financial crisis and everything. So we need to heal ourselves about wealth and about money, because we feel so trapped in and we think we're not going to get any money. And yes, money is still there.
Yes, and that's amazing that you included the wealth because, as you said, yes, it's the financial crisis which is cringing people at this time, and that's amazing.
And that's my niche. So I heal people about their money beliefs and the limiting beliefs that create towards money. So for me, that was a healing, but for wealth.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Hayat. I'm going to have her link posted in the comment box below, and you can click on the link and check out her services and everything that she is providing. And if you're interested, especially if you're having any kind of financial issues that you would like to overcome, then yes, Hayat is the person for it, and her sessions are really, really amazing as you experienced it today. Thank you, as well as, by the way, you have a 10% off coupon code as well, and the coupon code is 0 point. You can let her know about it, and she would be giving you a 10% off in her services.
Can I also add something? I mean, maybe it's not a good idea, but I really do like to help people. So please contact me. Don't worry about, because we can work something out.
Yes, that was amazing. That's so generous of you. Thank you so much. So there you go, your additional bonus. Even if you are in a tight financial situation, she's ready to take you in and help you transform your life, because again, that's her niche. She's helping people who are going through financial crisis. Thank you so much, Hayat. It was wonderful talking to you, and thank you for the amazing healing session as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, my dear viewers, I'm going to see you in my next show. Please do check out her link below, as well as you can use the coupon code as well. All right, so I'm going to meet you next time. Thank you so much, Hayat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, all of you.
Bye.